Hello from Arizona. My name's Cal, and I want to welcome you to the Tuff Trails DIY series. Let's get her going. Okay, in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to build this utility box right here. Okay, let's get her going. And our deck's going to go right in here, and I'm going to make some changes to that deck, and I'm going to mount a couple of really nice 6x9s speakers in it as well, and maybe even a gun rack. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, so here's the framework for your back box or your back rear deck or whatever, or storage or toolbox or organizer or whatever it is. But this is going to provide with you with a lot more storage, because you'll be able to store things underneath, and you'll also be able to put things on top. Like you put tools and stuff in the bottom, you can put an ice chest and a sleeping bag and, you know, bread and biscuits or whatever up on top, or a good place for your dog to curl up, those kinds of things. So, and then here's the front of it. Now this is all going to get covered. I just wanted you guys to see it before I cover it. And there's going to be a couple of 6x9s in here, and quite possibly a gun rack. You know, a lot of people don't just go out and find a hill to climb or a mud hole to go through or a rock to go up. Some people actually use these for hunting or exploring or prospecting or just getting out. So this is what it's starting to look like. So I want to give you a heads up. I'm about to put the covers on right now. All right, so you can see what the deck looks like now. And that's what's going to sit back here. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this deck lid on. The top, all these screw holes. Then I'm gonna cover it with a fabric and see what we got going here. Okay, well, let's look. So you can, those plastic tubs you can pull out right here. You have a drawer full of stuff and have easy access to your whatever, canned goods, food, tools, ratchets, first aid kit, tow straps, whatever, you know. All right, there it is. It's in, mounted up, secured down. It's secured over in this corner to the body, over in this corner to the body, and in the front there's going to be little foot pegs that are where it's mounted at into the body, so that way it doesn't move when you're going down. I hate rattling, and I know if you got one of those convertibles, it's worse for you. So this fits, by the way, in a convertible or the hard top or the tin top. Actually, same measurements, same dimensions, everything. So okay, so we got our we measured, we found our markers. We're going to cut our holes out. I got some pilot holes in there drilled already, so I can get the little skill saw in there, and we'll cut out these holes and get the speakers in there. All right, action. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to stretch this felt. We've pretty much got everything about done, so we're going to go ahead and finish up this project right here. So I'm going to spray some adhesive down first so I can get some good. All right, let me go to the other side. And here we are. All righty then. Here we go. stuff in. All right, so next we got our holes cut out, and now we're going to glue our felt down. The speakers are all wired up, everything works. So now we're going to come back and we're going to just put some tack down so they can hold this this felt in place here. So. Pull it down. We're starting it right in the middle. There we go. Just like that. That way there'd be no wrinkles and stuff. That's it. We'll put our speakers back in. This dries up and it'll be nice. Then we'll come back, trim the bottom, tuck it up under, and we'll be all set. All right. All right, so here's what we have. We've got 30 inches deep by about 19 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Actually, it's about 6.5 inches tall. But look at all that room that you have up in there. So you can slide all kinds of stuff in there. You can give those plastic tubs, or you can build drawers on here that pull out and hide the back. And some people that take these things and they'll make hatches on the top that open up from the top, and they'll put a board in the back here and just seal it all up and access it from the top. But I liked this works for me, nice and simple. But a guy could that's pretty well skilled in wood craftsmanship could really build something really nice back here. So, but anyway, that's what I've done, and it also does helps me with storage. Again, I'm just adding a little utility to this little utility vehicle. All right, so we're going to make our gun rack. This is just a piece of 1-inch flat bar, you know, maybe 3/36, maybe 1/8, maybe thick, and it's just cut and bent to make a loop, and this is what's going to hold the rifle or shotgun or whatever the hell. Okay, oh, your AR, you gotta have a place for your AR. Everybody's gotta have one now. So anyway, for your rifle right there. So what we're doing here is we're drilling a couple of pilot holes, and we're gonna make a larger hole so that I can get a screwdriver or something through there so I can mount this up against this box. So we're gonna work on that a little bit, and I just wanted to see what we're making your gun rack out of. All right, so there's our stirrups right there for the gun rack, and they're drying right now. So while these things are going to dry, we're going to go ahead and work on the mounts for these. Okay, so because the gun rack needs to be elevated from here so that the gun doesn't go up against these speakers, we want to offset it just a little bit. So what we're going to do while the stirrups are over there drying right now, we're going to go ahead and cut out a 3x3 squares out of a 2x4 right here. So we'll make 2 squares right here, and then we'll mount it onto the box, 4 corners, each holes, those kinds of things, and we'll probably clean them up, paint them up a little bit so that they look good and kind of complement the interior. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, and there we go. And then we marked our corners where we're going to mount them at, and drilled our pilot holes for our screws. So now we're going to clean these blocks up and see what we can do with those. And right here, this is how we're going to secure the stirrups to these mounting blocks. These mounting blocks are going to go right on the back of our box. So a couple screws in there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to line this with felt. You don't want to scratch up our expensive ARs. So M203, got to have an M203 nowadays. I mean, I don't know how you go out in the desert without an M203. Got to have it. So anyway, that's what that's for. And there you go, all stretched out. We'll come detail the edges a little bit where we didn't stretch it far enough, and we will be set. Cool, there you go. Alrighty, here we have 1H gun rack, complete with a gun. So there it is. And that'll hold her down. It's still going to have to, because of how we run and operate and the trails that we run, we've got to tie this down somehow still. So we got to secure this, whatever rifle, whatever weapon you put in here, or baseball bat, or whatever the hell you put in there. It's going to have to be strapped down and secured, because this is going to bounce all over the damn place. So, and you don't want to cause any problems with any of that. So, as you can see, kind of the box here has come out pretty good, and you can see all the room that you have in there. You know, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw an ice chest. I'm going to load her down. I'm going to go through the gears and stuff, and the things that I take when I'm out there, and see how it all fits. And that way you can, adjust your plan, or however it is that you're going to do your thing. So anyway, this is just from ideas. Is hopefully it gets you thinking a little bit. There's a bunch of different things that you can do on that. So this is to take a look at it. There's your speakers in front of your box and in front of your deck. And here's your gun rack as promised. And it even has a damn gun in it. So there you go. All right, there we go. We got the back trimmed out. I think what I'm going to do back here is I'm just going to put some Velcro tabs down there, so that way you could just come up and pull this fabric up and get access to your storage that's underneath your deck, your underdeck storage, and do it that way, nice and simple. One of the downsides of this now, the fact that it's black and this is Arizona, man, this thing's gonna get dirty. This thing gets full of dust all the time on these trails and stuff, and this is gonna get pretty bad. So we're gonna figure out what it's gonna be like to have to try to clean this thing. So, but anyway, there we go, all trimmed out. Now we're gonna put this back seal plate on. I'm about to go ahead and begin mounting these D hooks everywhere, and then we're going to install this cargo net right here. One of the issues with having a back deck that we have here is that a lot of times when you're out there off-roading and you hit those brakes or you're down a steep incline, everything on this back deck is suddenly in the front seat, and we want to avoid that. The last thing you need is an ice chest hitting you in the back of the head out there in the desert somewhere. So even though we designed this deck to where it slants towards the rear, and the purpose of that was as you're vibrating down the road, you would rather have things walk backwards than walk forward up against you. So today, that's what we're gonna do. Mount these D-rings, get this cargo net all mounted up, and see what we got, and then we'll go from there. All right. be putting down our latches, our D-rings, and a cargo securement net. Okay, so here you go. We got that all mounted up. So this is your cargo net. And in this case, what we're trying to do is reuse it as a bulkhead. So as a bulkhead, what happened is anything sitting on this deck, and ice chest, shovel, machete, a pick, you know, whatever, when you're out there off-roading and you get in a bad place, you don't need that stuff sitting in your lap. So this is going to protect you a little bit from anything that might slide forward and hit you. And then the cool versatility of this cargo net is that we're going to mount some additional D-rings. Like this is a D-ring, just like this. We're going to mount some additional D-rings back here, one on each side here probably, and then probably one right here, and then we'll probably do one down here on each side is what we'll do. And that way what happened is we could just disconnect this net from the top two positions up here and right there on each side, and then just fold it down to cover anything that we might want to have here. Sleeping bags, backpacks, those kinds of things, a roll-up tent, a camp stove. Actually, you know what? I'd put a camp stove underneath. That's what I would do, to slide in there. But anyway, that way you'll be able to use that cargo net for multiple purposes. But primarily it's to protect you right now. And it looks kind of cool. I'm just saying, you know. So there's your cargo net. Deck looks like with the red dome light on it. So nice, pretty nice. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it and got some value out of it. You know, these techniques and stuff that we're doing here, you know, we're using Geo Trackers and Suzuki Sidekicks, but these same procedures and methods can be used on just about any other vehicle that may be out there. So we're just trying to give you some ideas. Take those ideas and you can go and experiment on your own projects with your own stuff, okay? We really appreciate you watching our program. We want to thank you for watching our program and all of our programs. It really means a lot to us. Without you, the viewers and the subscribers and stuff, we wouldn't be anything. So again, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.